Okay. Again, I will explain this at two levels. Stand of body and mind, you are in duality. People walking the path of Dvaitam or duality want the other. The other is either a god or a guru, yeah, whatever. So they, on the path of duality, this is explained as God needs to experience this world and we are just his windows to this world. Yeah, and it is taken as the Guru's word or as God's word and has been assumed as the truth. But now on the path of Advaita, we verify this in our direct experience. Yes, you see the difference between Dvaita and Advaita? On the path of Advaita, on the path of non-duality, you actually see this as experiential, as your own self-inquiry. Yeah? First of all, we drop the conditioning that there is a God up there in heaven or somewhere outside. We start recognizing that this entire world is nothing but my own awareness, my own consciousness. I have no proof of anything existing outside of awareness. When you see this very clearly, your self-inquiry has begun, your research has begun in the correct direction here. And then if you want to call that consciousness as God, so be it. If you want to call that awareness as God, so be it. You recognize every morning these peepholes open and that creation is experienced within the field of consciousness. There is no creation outside the field of consciousness. So if you are comfortable terming this consciousness as God, so be it. Yeah. So we've done this, I think, few sessions ago. We are all nothing but body, mind, body, mind, body, mind. We are just the peephole through which consciousness is experiencing a common shared world. Beyond the peepholes also, there is nothingness. It is the void. It is the consciousness. I cannot say I have a private Ekta consciousness and that is a private Mark consciousness and that is a private Pamir consciousness. No. We cannot segregate space. It is one consciousness experiencing the same creation through the different peepholes which are the body mind. Yeah, so if you want to call these body mind as physical form, you are still taking the stand of the body mind senses. Yes, if you take the stand of the awareness at the third level of Ajatavada, if you come to, what will you say? There is no creation. Yeah, just like you see a dream in the night and you see a tiger running behind you and you're panting, running away from the tiger, trying to save dear life. You wake up in the morning from that dream and you're like, oh, there is no tiger. You don't sit and analyze the tiger and why the tiger was there and why was it running behind me. You're analyzing a dream. Pointless, futile, you're going to get nowhere. And the teaching at the highest level of Advaita is, anyway it is a dream, you're wasting your time analyzing the tiger in your dream by analyzing why is there a physical form and why is there the mind. Yes? So, recognize physical form is nothing but sensations that you are experiencing and you have labeled it as the physical form. All I have is a sensation of heaviness of this body and that's why I label it as physical form. All I, with my sense of sight, have the perception of the shape. Female shape, male shape. I call it the female physical form or the male physical form. I am labeling my own mind phenomena, which is perception and sensation, as matter, physical form. I have no proof of matter in direct experience. Yeah? So again and again remind yourself this truth. Clear? Because of this, on the path of Advaita, the talk of duality is not encouraged. Because duality or Dvaita is like analyzing dreams. Yeah? So shift your perspective. Again and again, shift your stand from the body, mind, senses to awareness. Then only can you see the truth from the perspective of Advaita. Clear? So on the path of Advaita, we describe reality at 3 levels. Why? Because some of us still take the stand as the body, some of us take the stand as the mind, and some of us take the stand as the awareness or the witness. Yes? There are many people in this world who do not understand Advaita. They are very firmly grounded in their stand as the body. Yes? So, Advaita, that is why catering to everybody describes reality in these 3 stands. Very clear? Vyavharik Satyam is the transactional reality or the empirical reality. Empirical, which is experienced through the senses. Yeah? Which I have proof for by sight, sound, smell, taste and touch. Yeah? So it is transactional reality. I can verify it by these 5 senses and by thought as well. Yeah? And I interact with this world through this body mind only. Yeah? I take the stand as the body mind and I interact with the world. So Advaita is saying, of course, when the body is sick, the body needs to be catered to, you will have to do the vyavhar. That is a very good word, which even though I translate it into English as transaction, but it literally means for the sake of exchange, I have to do something. Yeah, literally means for the sake of exchange, I have to do the transaction. That is why it is called Vyavharik Satyam. So if I have to take care of the body, my stomach is not well, I will have to go to the doctor and take the medicine. Yeah, if somebody is sick and whatever, a surgeon needs to do an operation on somebody's leg, he can't tell the patient, you are not the body, don't worry, you are the witness. Yeah, the patient will get exasperated. Hello, keep your Advaita in your pocket, take care of my leg. Yeah, so it doesn't work like that. When I have taken the stand of the body and mind and I'm experiencing trouble through the body and mind, I have to find the solution through this body and mind level. So if the body is sick, you take care of the body. When body needs food, you give it its food. Now this is again at the level of Advaita level 1. Yeah, we will read a higher level. In fact, I think the meditation that I did for you, the contemplation Nisargadatta, talks about the same. I will get there. Yeah, so this is at Advaita level 1, this explanation. Okay, be very clear. Pratibhasik Satyam is apparent reality, where it is just based on my imagination. Yeah, either I'm daydreaming, lost in, I want this, I like this will happen, that will happen. I'm imagining. Yes, this imagination is pratibhasik reality. Yeah, pratibhasik satyam. Apparent. It is not there. It is just in my imagination. So similarly, a dream in the night, the tiger was in my imagination. He was not really there. but a mistake that I make. Yeah, I'm walking, I see a rope and I think it is a snake. I get scared. I really get scared. Yes, there's this real fear that I experience, and I see clearly, oh, it is a rope. The fear is gone. Yeah, so this was apparent reality, pratibhasik satyam. Yeah, I'm taking the stand as the mind. So whenever I'm creating a story in the mind, whenever I'm imagining things, when I am building something in my own head, my own concepts, my own ideas, my own intellectual analysis, I am in pratibhasik satyam. Yeah. The third level of reality is the Paramarthik Satyam, where I have taken the stand as the awareness. It is called non-indirect. The literal translation of the word aparoksha is non-indirect. Yeah? Indirect means what? A is equal to C, B is equal to C, therefore A is equal to B. An assumption, a hypothesis, a deductive logic is indirect. Yeah. So because they wanted to remove even the indirect out of this category, they put it very clearly, non-indirect experience, anubhav, not intellectual analysis, experience. Yeah? So direct experience, which is devoid of conditioning, that is Paramarthik Satyam. Yeah? In Paramarthik Satyam, I see it. Oh yeah, everything is just an appearance. This light, this camera, this computer, this table, these are just appearances. Yes, I am putting the label of physical object on mind phenomena. Yeah. So this becomes clearer as you explore and search within more and more. So that is called Paramarthik Satyam. Jagrit Swapna. This is a waking dream. So Advaita says this waking dream is Vyavharik reality. Yeah, you do transactions lightly because it is a dream. Remember, it's a waking dream, but it is a dream. You do your transactions very lightly in this world. Don't get too serious. Float like a cloud. Yeah. Don't stick on to anything. Clouds don't stick on to anything. Clouds don't hold on to anything. They just float. Yeah. Just float through it. Recognize that I have no proof of this form. Yeah, this is not different from a dream. Again and again remind yourself, let me not take this seriously until I have proof of its reality. Yes. Right now, it's obviously my direct experience that there is no proof of anything outside my field of awareness. There is nothing. I have no proof of the existence of the other room behind this wall. It is just an indirect logic that I can apply. That before coming into this studio to talk to you, I was in that room. After leaving the studio, I went to that room. That means I assume in between the two events, when I was coming to this room and when I leave this room and go back there, that room existed. This is indirect logic. It's not my direct experience. Get it? Yeah. So he's saying, I have no proof of the existence of matter. That's why Advaita says that we exist at these three levels. At these three levels, when it is required, you do your work. Slowly you will come to know you are not doing. Just like you have started seeing that thoughts arise on their own, very soon it will become evident perceptions are not different from this mind phenomena, that category that the thought belongs to. Perception is what I label as action. as people, as things, as job, as career, as son, as daughter, as mother, as father, as this event, as that situation. I have labeled all this. It is nothing but perception. Perception is nothing but mind phenomena. When I recognize that thought arises of its own accord, there is no thinker, there is no chooser, there is nobody deciding between this thought or that thought. Similarly, there is no chooser of perceptions. There is nobody saying that this perception arises first, this arises second, this is related to this. Yeah? Do your research on exactly the same questions that you are going to do on the thought applied to perception. Then it becomes very clear. Very clear. Yeah? I leave the rest to your research. Explore this perception as you are going to explore thought. You have no proof of matter. Yeah. Yes, absolutely correct. Yeah, last week we experimented that in the witness there are no objects, it is objectless consciousness. Means that there is nothingness there, no thingness, absence of thing, no thingness. That means it is just a void. In the void, in the absence of objects, can there be a law which applies to objects? No. When there are no objects, there cannot be a law that applies to objects. What is cause and effect? It's just a law that applies to objects, right? Cause or reason applies to objects. Effect applies to objects, whether they're physical objects or mental objects. Both of them do not exist in the void. Void is no thingness. So there is nothing like cause and effect when you take the stand of the witness or awareness. Your observation is 100% on the dot when you say that cause and effect only exist at the level of the body-mind. Yeah, perfect. You get a 10 on 10. Yeah, in the witnessing, there are no objects. There's just the void. Devoid of objects means devoid of conditioning. Yeah, devoid of conditioning means devoid of mental constructs. Time is a mental construct. Space is a mental construct. Yeah, there is no time, there is no space. How can there be any laws of time and space? Cause and effect belongs to the realm of time and space. Yeah, the void has no laws. So that's a correct observation. Karma only exists only at the body-mind level. It exists only in time and space. At the level of witnessing void, there is no cause, no reason, no karma. At the level of the witnessing void, there is no effect, means there is no karma phalam. Yeah? Karma, karma phalam, all related to the diversity of objects. But where you come to the level of the witness, you did that last week, no? Yeah? Objectless consciousness. I am the objectless consciousness. Clear?